Heavenly Father, as we gather here to do our business of the Madison Parish Police Jury and the city of Tallulah, I ask you to keep your arms around us as we do our business today. I ask this in your name, Heavenly Father. Amen. Everyone sign up for the, in the back.
No.
Roll call.
One.
Here.
Hicks, District 2, Mr. Tallulah. District 3, Mr. Wilson.
Present.
District 4, Mr. Hughes.
Present.
District 5, Mrs. Sanders. District 5 is unrepresented.
I would like approval of the consent agenda.
There's a correction that date shown is 28, but it's the 24th minutes.
So moved for the corrections. I'll second it.
All in favor?
Uh,
Welcome to Vice President. I had a report. Dave and myself attended a Louisiana DOT meeting in Transportation Department last Monday on the 1st, and there was a few things that they were going to do in our parish. I think one also system bridge is going to be the one on the Hard Road and the one on West Bear Lake Road. They had 4 projects on Highway 80 from here to Waverly and Bayou Macon Crossing is Dale High. They also had 4 reclamation projects. I think the biker trail program, which they brought up, and also on I-20 they got about 9 or 10 bridges that's having problems under there. They're gonna do work on those. All these projects is gonna be done in 26 and 27. Also, they brought up to us about, we talked, East Canada and us talked about what they're gonna do to the roads around here after they get through running these trucks on the already road. Well, East Canada raised a whole lot of it. We didn't have to say very much because they took it over then. We had this, all the high people from the state, they was there, and Representative Francis Thomas was there. So what they said was gonna happen, is all the trucks buying the tires, buying the fuel, it's definitely gonna be enough to, they said could add up to $1 million a day, 200 trucks a day. So they probably said, well, y'all need to tell us how much money you're gonna get and how. And when you get it, so we know that the road's gonna get fixed. So that's what they were standing on that. I hope that they end up letting us know about what they're gonna be able to do about our roads. They didn't say metal was gonna do it. They said trucks gonna do it.
well, that bridge on West Bear Lake, that the one that shut down for long?
Yeah, fixing so down to West Bear Lake, yeah. And the one on Hard Road is the first bridge on the Hard Road going to the left. With the box covered it, they already did the plans in hand in there.
Right. What did they say about West Bear Lake? They gonna try to put a go around or?
When they just said it's in the making of, they just doing the preliminary on it. But then they said when they give it the start, they're gonna have a go around or not.
They said something about making a low water cross.
Go walk right. In the summertime, they probably will. When they start on it, they probably will. But it's in the making. And the one behind Thunder Bar, I guess it's gonna have to be laid on. It ain't in the end route.
What about we put that rail car in down there? Calvary Road, that worked pretty good.
Yeah.
Only thing about it is too short.
It's too short.
Too short.
There should have been 3 of them put together at least.
Yeah.
Because you don't need that much opening with that's 36 feet, no 18 feet, because it's 9-foot covers. And what came out there is probably was a 7-foot in diameter.
I'm talking about the flat cars they put across there, for a bridge.
Oh, it's doing good.
talking about it, you talking about the guy bar, Joe?
Acting Bridge.
Like Atkins. You talking about
Atkins, Atkins.
Atkins, over there. I don't know.
Did you cut the ends out of a tanker car?
No, took some flat car. I know that a bridge is gonna cost over $1 million. They've done that for $300,000. Done it, what, about 10 days or 2 weeks, didn't it?
Yeah.
And that thing really like 140,000 pound of rail car, or
Right.
that may be cheaper and quicker if that'll work, wouldn't it?
Yeah, if you do them, you talking about over the car,
Yeah.
yeah, it's
We're down there on, we're talking about West Bear Lake.
West Valley.
How long
They
is
talked
that?
about that, they talked about that. That bridge about 300, they,
Yeah.
300 foot.
Yeah.
They talked about that, but I don't know exactly what they're gonna do.
Those rail cars are 89 feet long.
Yeah. Okay. Down to the secretary report.
Okay, I'd like to request permission to pay all outstanding invoices based on general funds.
So moved.
Seven.
All in favor?
Okay, I also have a resolution that, has been requested from the legislative auditors in regards to our action taken on, transferring the adoption of the millage to E911. And, I have that resolution prepared. Whereas the Madison Parish Police Jury's political subdivision of the state of Louisiana authorized to levy property taxes for the parish of Madison. And whereas the Madison Parish Police Jury does not collect, distribute, or handle the public funds pertaining to taxation for E911. And whereas pursuant to not one statute, but rather a framework allowing local governments to agree to share or transfer millage administration under General Intergovernmental Relations Law, subject to oversight by the Legislative Auditor's Office. And whereas the Madison Parish Police Jury has determined that the efficient administration of the millage for E911 can be better managed by the E911 Communications District. Now therefore be it resolved by the Madison Parish Police Jury that the Madison Parish Police Jury hereby authorizes and directs the E911 Communications District to assume the responsibility. The millage rate to be levied shall be 2.96 for the 2025 tax roll and the approved millage rate in future years. The Madison Parish Police Jury delegates the authority to set, adopt, and certify this and future millages to the E911 Communications District. The Secretary Treasurer is authorized to execute necessary documents. Be it further resolved that this resolution to take effect immediately upon its adoption, following all applicable public notice and hearings. So, roll call, District 1,
Yes.
District 2,
Yes.
District 3,
Yes.
District 4.
Yes. Do we have a motion? Could I get a motion on it?
So moved. Seven.
All in favor?
And also, we, need to adopt a resolution that we normally do each year in October, where we, for the off-system bridge replacement program. It's the same each year, we just need to submit a new one, basically stating it's for the 2026 year, fiscal year.
Could I get a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor? Do we have,
Unless there are questions, that concludes.
do we have any grant, anything on grant?
No.
Report from the parish attorney?
Okay. Oh, I did contact, Danny Garrett today. I sent him an email in regards to the elevator to let him know that they still had not, resolved the issue. And so he said that, Mr. Crow would be contacting me, but I haven't heard from him today. So, but I am following up on the status of the elevator.
before the jury, back this. Could I say something? This bus driver, that's on Buzzard Road. You stop by the house in 6th County. I know it's raining, but when you get a chance, you blade it, the Buzzard Road. You told me, Jerry, so I'll tell you.
Okay, as far as the roads go, all my gravel roads are in bad shape, you know that. I hadn't seen one yet, but potholed out real bad. That rain has really worked on. Besides that, still looking at one day getting Delta down there, you know, the cleanup. And while we at it, I was gonna comment a little bit about the meeting we had with the Chamber of Commerce over Richmond. And I thought it was a real good meeting. The guy from Meta was the main speaker. And then when they had me to get up to a little talk, and Johnny, you was there, I brought up the bridges and the roads again. And he seems to say that he might be able to help us some. Did you get that out of it too? You didn't get that out of it? Ooh.
Well, what he said is that with the transportation of the vehicles from the trucks, they are bringing in income, meaning all of the income that they're receiving from shipping over there, we should be receiving all of that income from taxes. And I'm still at a stance as to why Madison Parish does not collect their own taxes. So we still won't know what taxes come in. The particular truck driver that we did speak with, he alluded to that he does not buy fuel in Madison Parish. So that's a problem within itself.
But see, the problem you have too is, let's say they're buying tires, they're buying fuel, they're doing whatever they do. Okay, the biggest majority of that money actually goes to that vendor that's selling that tire to them. You know, all we could get is a little bit of taxes, you know? And that little bit of taxes is gonna be far-fetched from $1 million, you know? And then we're gonna have all these roads that are gonna be shot. They're already shot, you know? So, we gotta come up with something. I don't know how we're gonna be able to survive.
But that was the question, Lake Providence, you got Ditch 05, you got East Cal, Madison, Tensall, Franklin, Richmond, they tearing up their roads too. So they ask DOT, these people in Baton Rouge, how we gonna know how much money is out there? And they want them to let us know each one of these parishes how much money they really gonna collect. Since the state gonna be collecting the money.
You see, the thing is what she's saying, and they're saying, is, oh, you're gonna get these taxes. You know, you can't get a tax unless you sell the product, right?
I think we'll be on the state. State gonna have to be one.
Somebody's gonna have to help out, because we can't survive the way we're going, but, you know.
Right now, all we're getting is housing taxes from the hotels. We're getting that double tax from the hotels. But there again, Madison Parish doesn't know what it's collecting because Concordia is collecting all the taxes for us.
Francis Company was there, he was pushing hard too.
It was,
Yeah.
but just like the representative said, he based it on 100 trucks, per day or whatever. 4% or whatever tax, like, $4 million. But between who? I mean, how is that gonna be? You know, you got Madison, East Carroll,
Richmond.
West Carroll, Tensall, all these, they're coming through all of them.
Well,
So-
just like in the past, we're gonna come up short-handed. You
Right.
bet on that,
Right.
you know. And I agree, we're gonna have to, next month, we'll have to talk about this tax deal. You know, we put it off through the holidays,
Right.
but I will bring it back up in January. Cause we gotta do something about that too, you know. Cause we getting left out.
Right, cause these trucks coming through here, they coming out 80, they not stopping, I mean, they going.
And then I got one other thing, is, he had mentioned in the meeting that you could go on your computer and go to richmondparish.com, and there'll be a list of the jobs that they be looking for, I guess, throughout the whole thing, right? You know. I know you don't want your people to hear that, but. And then there was the one trucking company, the McKinney Trucking. He said he was looking for some, good CDLs, local, you know. And he wanted to know if I knew any. I told him I don't know anybody, but some of you guys may know somebody that makes a job that's got a CDL, you know. That's it for me.
Me. I know it's a state road, there's something I curve south of Waverly, and I talked to that guy, Mr. Head owns that, and he just fixed to clear that curve out there. I mean, I talked to the state, they said they can't get off their right of way to clear it out. I mean, any way we can get special permission to do that, or get the state permission to do it or something other?
They put it by the bridge.
Yeah. That's a bad place right there. I mean, who do I need to talk to? I talk to DOT about 2 or 3 times a year on it, they always gonna check on it.
But it's their right of way.
I know it. And that's DOT man told me, we can't get off our right of way, so we go to the bottom of the ditch and that's it. Well, you can't see around that curve. There's tractors and combines and big trucks meeting that curve. And the man that owns the land, matter of fact, he told me, y'all can use my equipment. I said, I'm gonna get on your equipment out here. He's got a dozer and a tractor. I thought maybe he'd offer to do it, but he didn't.
It's out the way of it.
That's something I believe right past that Christmas place. Can't see nothing around there. When you come around with a combine or tractor, it's too late when you meet somebody.
They know trucks be moving.
Oh, yeah.
What's that value, did that drain, it's the highway drainage, ain't it?
Yeah.
I could eat it.
Huh? They put the ground down to the dick and then you like. We could clean the rate, we could do, they get it down. His hours is on, who farming that, Dennis?
What's all in trees now? Except what that is for, part I'm talking about in trees.
You probably couldn't go in there, man.
I was gonna ask about 2 more years ago, if you turn all these days, it's a dangerous curve right there.
Yeah. It is dang, been dang.
Well, I can't get nobody that says they can do it. That's about all I got. DOT come over and trim all them tree limbs off, they spent about 3 weeks down there, and didn't get out of that part, and she had to go somewhere else. That's it.
Okay, I wanna add to, this be some of the first DOT meetings, Mr. Johnny was just talking about. The original contractor will be moving out in about a year. So that's gonna create a hardship, because the routes now, I know there's 14 routes in one district, and I don't know how many in the other districts. They got, Northeast Louisiana broke up into sections, areas, area A, B, and C. Lincoln, Jackson, and Union is in A, and Washita and Richmond is in B. C, Madison, Morehouse, East Carolina, West Carolina. So in each district, they spent so much funds. They put, like 6,700 tons of asphalt down. So it was like 750,000 they spent in area A. And in area B, it was about 700. Area C down here with Madison and Morehouse with us, it was 500 something. But like I say, when this year passed and we got a whole nother contractor coming, they got to reestablish all these routes that they running now. Well, that's what, you know, he mentioned. And that'd be, also, you know, that's gonna be a hardship. They trying to learn what they can, whatnot, you know, to get some of those routes down. They get some of them, but you probably won't be able to get all of them. Right now, everybody is traveling certain routes. Also, like Mr. Johnny was saying, Representative Francis, he spoke, and his concern was safety first. These trucks, they go on, you know, truck back behind one another. He talked about the roads not being level and this and that. all that could cause accidents and all that kind of stuff. So he was very adamant, you know, about that in his speaking at that meeting. Yeah. Okay. All right, and that's all for that. Have we heard anything on the old health center?
Well, I mean,
The post office
the
that
thing is, you all keep talking about the roof, but what I said was that the monies in the health unit fund has to be used only for health unit.
Mhm.
If you were gonna repair it, to be used for help,
Right,
but if not, you don't have any money.
right.
Nobody has said anything about a grant, applying for a
Well,
grant.
I thought at one time that we had somebody up here that was gonna try to apply for a grant for us. Ms. Campbell or somebody.
Well, she hadn't been here to indicate that the status of an application.
Okay, well, maybe we need to just reach out to her and just see, you know, instead of, you know, sit back, waiting. Okay, and I really don't have any new concerns, you know, besides the one from the last meeting, you know, with the you know, the ditch and the grass, you know, basically. And I understand the situation, so.
And you get worse.
Yeah, I know, I understand. Okay. All right, this is it.
Doc, I'm thinking about, in your next year budget, you know, it's costing a whole lot for mechanic in the bush up. Maybe you wanna add some of the miles to spring, cause I think the state said that's what they were doing, even though they cut back the rights of way so they could, spray more of the interstate, cause it's costing a lot. The mechanical part, with the bush hog, keep tearing it up. So you might wanna, not say spray all of them, but look at some of them, like maybe State Road, like this 602, down on Hunter's Bend. Some of the, they got so many miles, and
They got so much, same amount of money they want to spend on it.
you get whatever. If you got so many miles, you can talk to a guy named David Hanson. He's the one that did volume. He said, talk with him, and he'll work out some for Madison Parish. That'd be a reason, but we don't want to spend a whole lot for something that could help you out. That's all I have right now.
Okay. My biggest concern right now is, Lee Street. Who controls Lee Street? Because right now, it's a bad shape.
That's the one that we tried to get the,
Right.
combined
It's
agreement.
worse now.
Yeah. I guess this is no.
That's out here past Ohio School.
The bond.
That's the road to go into the barn, ain't it?
Right. Then the school bus have to travel.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
The new buses make it on it.
Right.
How many feet you did? 300?
It was what, 13, I think 13,000, something like that.
We'd be feeding them if it could, it's school both face on the city. We really belongs to the city. We just use it.
I got a quote on it one year, but you know,
Yeah,
we
man.
supposed to break up in 3 parts,
Right.
but it never did happen.
You know, we did happen.
So right now, you can barely compare the road.
Yeah,
Most
did.
everybody run off the side now.
When they actually talking to the city, ask them if even though it's their road, whatever they can spend on it. Because it's their road,
Yeah.
but we using it.
In school,
It's school.
I made the school board, the city, and the parish can do something.
well, that's what we tried.
We tried that at the beginning.
We tried it. And that was, what, like $8,000 a piece? I think that's what it was.
You gonna make sure to look at it for next year, and tried again. We tried 3 times, it failed 2 times, tried again. We tried till we get it done, but it's serious, you know. It's really gonna be serious for the buses too.
Right. And most of those, electronic.
Yeah, they ain't like the old buses.
How the new buses doing?
As bad as our streets,
Huh?
they told us pretty good, to say our streets, in the shape we are. They are not manufactured, they ain't made like the older bus, the diesel bus. They not, sturdy. These new electric buses, they should be upstate somewhere, on the good roads and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you got, in certain areas of town, across the railroad track, is screwed on the bottom. The one place they got, it's on the route, you got to go across it, but they got to go sideways.
Drag the bottom out of the bus.
Right. Yeah, so. I mean, they just, it ain't engine, no more regular diesel engine. I mean, you looking at a bunch of extra wires and different components. It's different. But, like I say,
2 or 3 years, I'll be back out in the weeds, be back out in the paper buses again.
Okay, we talking about metal and truck drivers, I just lost another guy. So, it's, and truck drivers is what I need. I probably get the devil trying to find a truck driver now. Cause I need somebody to haul equipment. I need somebody to drive dump truck, I need operators, I know a couple operators.
It's gonna be hard to replace them too.
Right.
All that going on.
At least for 2 more years, huh?
bring somebody in, you have to train them.
So that's in my report.
Anything out there? We ain't no engineering report. It doesn't get extraordinary. For the Homeland Security and emergency clearances. Board of Building, Flood, Management. Special Committee, Sewage, Fire, Towers, Public Works, Road and Drainage, and Municipal. Old business, I had, if you find anything on our deeds, gravel coats, labor rate,
We opened bids this morning,
yeah.
so they have to be submitted to the engineer for calculation.
New business, Madison Parish Board Commission.
Just a few information on, okay. On some of the projects that we have at the port, this latter one is a $2.2 million grant for additional rail, at the crossing of Tallulah all the way to Railcar Cove. The newest grants that we have is the $1.2 million for Anderson Road and sewer rehab. And we also got, just here recently, we have a $433,000 grant for dredging. So, and the three that we are working on, and that's a turning lane of Highway 65 onto Port Road. And that's a capital outlay for a new, and that amount is $1.3 million. A dock and we'll go through that for port priority, and that's $15 million. The CDBG grant, for lane addition on Port Road will be $5 million. And, right now, we're working on levee access during, liquid fertilizer season. And those are the pictures that you all have. basically, we will, start at Railcar Co. at that turning lane right in front of their building and use the Anderson's Road to go up the levee. However, there are seat wells at about every quarter of a mile. There's a seat well there. So we are waiting to speak with the levee board to get approval to go up that levee once liquor fertilizer season starts. And however, the port has that LGAP monies for the rock, for the gravel. So we are looking at using that to build that lane going up the levee. And they are only to access that levee going up unloaded, not loaded. And we just completed a rail tie replacement at Helena Chemical, and that was $18,000 that we just finished that. And I think that's all I have. And as far as our budget, we have to close our budget out. As of right now, we are over budget under budget by $663,000.
So y'all looking good.
We're looking great.
Oh.
That's why we're gonna buy our own equipment and help the parish as much as we can, but we do understand the hardship, and I make sure that we'll do our part as far as, corporate. Any questions?
Good report. Correspondence, Mr. Avery? Avery?
Yes.
Do you have anything you want to say?
Well, I was just listening, kind of like a budget, I'm kind of wondering, is it a plan to come back within the next 6 months in Buckner? Or, matter of fact, going across the road, I see y'all put the lines and stuff across there, I don't know what that means. It just shows,
Measurement.
and that's what I kind of figured, it didn't have no determination on when they gonna start on it, nothing like that. And I know that we still have them houses that already done paid down in Buckner for them to do that work.
Come up here and talk about it.
How y'all doing today? All right, I'm Herman, Pastor Hayes with you, put it that way. We're working closely with Mr. Elson Buckner, and I know that y'all had some serious situation for us, get some people to do some things, because you don't have the people to do it. But I also know there's some of the people that paid for some of the property to be cleaned, they ask questions. And all I can say is that they short of people. But they some of them wanna have some idea when y'all think y'all can come back out there. Not saying that I'm coming in January, that's the bottom line. Just would like to know is it possible to just give some help to me on when y'all gonna make it back out there. And of course, you know, we still got those ditches.
It's hard to say right now, but, my intention, what I told the guys is today, that we have a new piece of equipment coming in Wednesday. And, piece of equipment that they plan on picking up is out on Parish Line Road. So before we go back to Parish Line Road, my intention was to go to Buckland and do those 2 lots down there.
Okay. And you have any idea when y'all gonna look at the ditches that we would,
It's just,
in there?
you short end and you just.
You have to
right
dry
here.
up some too.
Oh, yeah, now they do. You're right. And I guess it's any idea about, you got the lint on going across the road. So what is the next step?
Just getting everything prepared. We need something to cut the road into. My plan was to cut it, fill it back in with some 610 gravel, tighten it up, and then we put some more asphalt on top of it. But, you know, it's gonna have to be next year because we don't have the funds right now
Right.
to do what we have to do.
Okay.
Why can't we use any inmate labor?
I don't know. They stopped it.
Stop the program.
Yeah, they stopped
stopped it a few years ago, I don't know why.
Well, they use them at Delta time.
Really?
Yeah.
They cut
I
the
think they
volume,
hire them out.
they cut on the volume, the duckweed,
Yeah.
they cutting it. They been hitting around.
And they cut the grass on the value with the lawnmower.
Yeah, yeah.
Picking up.
Jared handled all that.
Mm.
But wouldn't you have to have somebody over when you go into different areas?
Probably so, because like I said, Delta, they sitting right there with the people that actually work
They
it.
be government, we did.
So,
The problem we're gonna have is winter starting to set in. And, I mean, the roads, can't grade roads that are muddy. Right now, we don't have gravel to even put on the road. It's gonna get bad when we have to take a tractor and pull school buses through these roads, you know?
yeah, I know that down there in Buffalo on that, Bailey Road, I believe it is. That as you coming off 65, that right side is just so bad. But
We try-
18 wheelers keep coming down through there, just tearing it up. And I know that you're putting heavier rocks down there now. Well, yeah, my concern was really that Buffalo, you know, people ask me, so I'm trying to get some response to tell them. I don't wanna tell them just anything. And, I can relate to the shortage that you have. And, you know, so I can tell them something that's true. I don't wanna lie to them. That's not my statute.
Well, right now, you short on what, truck drivers and equipment operators, right?
Right.
And that's what we need out there, is those two types of tracks.
So we're probably looking at a couple of months or 3 months, or maybe 4 months, during the summer when it dry up and rain. And you can't predict the weather though. But that's all I have. You know, the ditches and Buffalo and the houses, the people and all that. But like I said, those 2 lots. And I know that you have another lot here that they go at the complex.
This time of year, it's getting kind of slow. You get them back, probably like somewhere in there. But this time of year, you can't put the trucks on the salt here.
On that salt.
Mm.
Yeah,
Even when they up all them dudes, you can't.
Yeah, we had to wait a while for the ground out that ditch bank by the church, but
Right.
we had to wait for some, hardens on.
They won't get there. Scout's on, they ain't get there.
We just have to continue to pray on this, we need dry.
Tell them bear with us.
You can't set a time, not this time of year.
Well, I kind of do that, but, you know, I have to ask the question they ask me. And that's all I have. Okay, appreciate y'all time.
Anything else?
Budget meeting Thursday, which is the 11th.
11 o'clock?
No, I said the 11th, I believe it's the 11th. So, about 3 o'clock?
What time?
3.
3 p.m.
And beyond?
You have this ethics training, 1/28, 26. Do you have a place where it's gonna be, or you just reminding us?
It's at the, community center.
Community center?
Yeah, it's not until January 28th, so you'll get another reminder.
Okay, sounds good.
and everything.
We usually take out on the convention.
FYI,
Huh?
FYI. It was just for informational purposes.
Oh, yeah. All right. There's nothing else. Meeting adjourned.